Yes. Impartation is the transference of spirit. Impartation is the transfer of abilities. Impartation is the transfer of potentials. Is the transfer of grace. It's possible for you never to meet a man, ever lay hands on you, and you can carry his spirit. Yes. Have you read about the Bible speaking? Said John the Baptist is going to come in the spirit of Elijah. Has he ever met Elijah? No. Impartation is spiritual. The physical laying of hands is just a symbolism. It was Daddy Kenneth Hagin that said, funny enough, we live in a generation where people lay empty hands on empty head. Just because I lay hands on yaga baga baga doesn't mean I transfer anything. I remember the meeting that was it Robert that went for with Benehi Abi, who I can't remember the story well. And as he was just laying, people are just falling, and he said, young man, stop that. Don't just fall them, give them something. You understand the point? I'll never forget when we used to stay in Abuja. One day I just went out of the house and I strolled to one church that was close. As I entered the church, the man saw me and he called me to the front. And he began to prophesy. He began to prophesy. This one now, everything the man was saying was a lie, actually. But you know, I was just saying, yes, because me, I was just like, let me just be out of this place. Do you understand my point? I never really knew anybody would look at me and even call me to, you see that kind of thing. And do you know, I accept everything he said that day. Do you know why? I just like, let me just help him. You know? He said, I'm working, that if I go to office on Monday, they will give me promotion. He saw my wife, this, he saw this, he saw that, he saw this, he saw that. I was shocked and I was like, I was in between, what is going on? I was just, people were, I said, wow. So, although thank God he didn't tell me to give him any money anyway, but afterward, after everything, later on, after the service, I went and met him. I said, sir, I celebrate the grace of God upon your life. I truly appreciate it. I'm new in town and this is where I'm staying. So I just felt, let me just come and share fellowship. But sincerely, everything you say is a lie. I'm not married. I'm still a student. And that was like, this is like 5 years ago. I'm still a student. I'm not yet working and all of that. He said, oh, wow. So I expect him to say, these things will happen in the future. He said, oh, actually, like last week, somebody broke into their church and stole speakers and everything. I said, what concern what I'm saying with those ones now? If the ointment of the prophetic is not, you don't try to prophesy. How do people become fake? Trying to do what they are not empowered by grace to do. There is a person that has the gift. Even if he's not a prophet, he can look at you and tell you what you have eaten. Some of the most anointed, gifted prophetic people, they are not even on TV. Some of them, you just find them in one careless village, find them in one careless place. They don't get money, but they will prophesy everything about you. Like you can't hide nothing from them. Because it's a gift. Just like you can just go microphone now and start singing. Or microphone and start speaking in tongues. Now gift. Somebody that doesn't have the gift of speaking in tongues will be wondering, what are you doing? It's the same way that when somebody is in his own office and is prophesying, he will tell you, this your beers is 2005. In fact, the fifth one just grew yesterday. No. Because when the gift is not there, it's not there. Impartation is the transference of spirit. It's an ability. When the thing enter, it enter. No, it's true. So don't try the gimmicks. Stay with God and get the written. If your own calling will be require preaching to wire it, receive the grace of preaching. People like Ola Robert has never prophesied. What's his name? Is it Ola Robert? The one that Billy Graham, that the entire president of the nation came. That the Billy Graham, they prophesy. That the Adebo, they prophesy. I mean, at least that is the Lord bless you. The Lord, that kind of prophecy is a serious one. Even you can do it. But that's what they do, and people gather everywhere. So in reason, if that is not your wiring, don't be under pressure to say the color of your boxer is blue. Say no, it's white, but it's blue. It will change to blue. Impartation is a transfer. When the thing enter you, even you cannot keep it. When you stand here, you'll be seeing phone numbers. When you stand here, you can see bank account. When you stand here, you can see people's name. Nobody will change it. If I come, I doubt it. You will carry me to one side and start telling me everything. I have met somebody before. We try the person, the thing work. We try him again, it work. It's like me, if you call me anytime, I can preach anytime. That one I give to me. There are some of you that you have your own special gift. Do you understand my point? You don't struggle to function in your gift. If you struggle, it's not yet there. You need to wait and receive the impartation or grow in the impartation. So one of the challenge of believers is that they have not grown in the impartation of what they have received. And everybody needs an impartation, because everybody needs to carry something bigger than them to function. Before Moses transferred leadership to Joshua, he transferred impartation. Not true? Before Elisha began to function as Elijah, he collected mantle through impartation. Jesus released impartations upon his disciples. Nobody functions just like that. It's a lie. As you follow men after time, you get the grace. If it's genuine, if it's not genuine, you will not get anything, because if it's arranged, except they will carry you and teach you how the arranged is being done too. But if the man carry the grace, if you serve the man, it will enter. If you truly listen to me again and again, one day you will stand here and revelation is flowing. It's not because you want to, it's just impartation. And you may never have met me and I lay hands and push you like this. I went to one place, the man put down, he turned me, turn. No grief for it, turn. Later I just knelt down. Say yes, it has entered. If it has entered, to enter sins without even me falling. You don't need to fall. That's why if you observe in Shekinah, you hardly see me lay hands. I can go out for external administration, enter congregation. Here, if I speak, if you like fall, if you like no fall, nothing concerns me. You will not come and tell me not to preach next Saturday. Is that not true? In your own church again, you are forcing yourself to push people. Is there need? Can they collect microphone from you? No. No, you have to be able to understand how the thing works. In your own place, function within the area of your grace. If it's only singing, I can sing. I will keep on singing here every day. Why? Because that is the template God gave me. Impartation is your ability to be able to receive a deposit from the Spirit. Men can become the conduit to which this reality is carried. Because mantles are the expression of God trapped in men. When God expresses dimension, He trapped it in men. Is what you call mantle. So this mantle that God trapped in men, transferred through generation, create what we call a spiritual tribe. So anybody that honor the mantle that followed through the same, partake of the same. Go with me to the book of 2 Timothy 1:6. The Bible says, wherefore I put thee in remembrance that thou stir up the gift of God, which is in thee by what? The putting of my hands. You see what he said now? Stir up the gift of God, which is in thee by the putting on of my hands. That means Timothy acknowledged, Paul acknowledged to Timothy that there was a gift of God inside of you. That came as I put my hand. But it's your job to stir it up. Stirring up the gift is what we call growing in impartation.